Let's investigate together what we mean when we say I. If you're returning to this meditation and you want to go straight into where it begins, you can go down here in the timestamps and go straight into when it starts. Every one of us call ourselves I, and this is not even a verbal cue only, but also in our minds there's a constant state of identification. And this identification is through the mind. This is what creates the idea that I am a separate being, because the way I reflect myself through the mind is, well, through memory, through a patching of different images that I have of my past, and that it creates an image in the moment and I identify with it. At all times, we are creating this image and self-reflecting there. And so there comes a point where we want to come out of that identification because it is causing all the trouble in the world. It's causing all the confusion, chaos, anxiety, depression, etc. All of the problems, all the suffering, it's really because there is a confusion almost permanently in our lives that creates the false image of ourselves, what we call the ego or separate self. So in this meditation, with the direct path of going straight into answering the question, who am I? We're going to cut through every single layer that could be present in the moment and arrive at the true self that we are, in which there is no doubt that that's what we are. So if you took the time, of course, to sit here and relax and watch this video, then put aside everything else in the moment, even your phone, or relax if you're sitting in front of the computer. And allow everything to be as it is. Do not try to control your thoughts. Do not even try to control your breathing. Your sense of self is most intimately known by the feeling of I. Not the word itself, but the feeling. When you say I, there's a feeling of being. You may feel that thoughts are needed for you to identify yourself. And that has been fine until now. Instead of being reliable on the thoughts to be, notice that you are before the thought arrives and after the thought goes away. Even if it's substituted by another thought, you watch that thought come and go. You remain. The sudden appear of random thoughts do not alter who you are. They simply color that sense of being, gives it form, and a shape for the moment. Do not be concerned with the thoughts. Allow them to be, and become very curious about you, that which always stays, that which remains. And see that it is a space in which all thoughts and all bodily sensations vibrate. It is not the body who has thoughts. It is not the mind that has thoughts. It is you who have thoughts. And who are you? Lay down every single concept that you have about God, infinity, creator, source. They mean absolutely nothing right now. They're just noise. Just more forms, images, definitions, more thoughts, not you. You don't know what you are, because to know is to create form, to create limitation, which is the privilege of the unknown, the unshaped. That which is formless has the privilege to create form out of itself, in itself, in appearing within itself. You. Once again, lay aside any description that the mind may be providing to you right now as a creator, as a God, or even a limited being. You don't know. All you know is this. All you've ever known is this. There has been never anything else but this. Shapeless awareness, coloring itself as experience, as mind and body. Notice how free you are right now of everything. Every worry, every memory, every trauma, anything that you may have been carrying with you needlessly, because that's not what you are. That's just memory. It doesn't define you. At best, it becomes a resource, a reference. Just like you don't put on all the clothes you have. You put on the clothes that you need for that day, and only for that day. In this moment, you make use of the thoughts that you need in the moment, based on reference, but you don't carry all the thoughts with you. They come and go. Likewise, if this is who you are, then you don't carry any definition with you. They're useful in the moment and easily discarded after the moment is gone. In this moment, there is no need for thought. They can come and go, but you don't need them to feel yourself, to be yourself. This is your moment to rest naked as yourself, in yourself. Pure, undifferentiated, naked awareness. Through which thoughts can come and go. No need to attach to them. No need to reject them. If you feel a strong desire, a strong tendency to latch on the thought or push away the thought, ask yourself, who is it that wants to push away or embrace the thought? It cannot be me. Just another thought. What we call in this channel the I thought, the me thought. It cannot be you. You're not a thought. You're not form. You're formless. Only the formless can allow form. Only awareness can allow thoughts. And what is awareness? What is formless being but you? It's absolutely normal and actually expected that the tendency to associate ourselves with the thoughts, the narrative, the story is so strong that you're pulled again into the stream. Gently remove yourself without judgment and stay in the riverbank, out of the stream, watching the stream. Remain as you are. Correct the only mistake that creates all the myriad mistakes based upon this one original mistake. Wrong identity. identity with form, with limitation, with separation. That's not you. Remember who you are. If you would like to continue in this state, pause the video now and stay in silence. Stay with yourself. This is all we need to return attention to its source, which is the self. And by exercising this repeatedly, we are changing the one mistake that we make constantly in our mind, which is the wrong identity. There's nothing else that needs to be done, but rather this return. Everything else will unfold on its own. This is the faith and the trust that we have in life, in the universe, in God, whatever you want to call it, whatever resonates more with you. This is where we place our faith, because it is direct experience of truth, of my own identity. Three things that are the most reassuring things in life: your identity, truth, and that which is undeniable. There's nothing else to be done, but rather this, and watch the corrections that happen. I hope this meditation was helpful to you to penetrate all the layers that seem endless in the mind of self-identification and cut straight into our true being, which is really all we need to do in our meditation, and nothing else. There is nothing else to seek in meditation but this true being. The rest of our lives will continue to be as it is, and we'll continue to act in the ways that we have to. But this one correction starts permeating in our true being, in our true personality, and it begins to shape our minds in a way that is more congruent with this, as opposed to the anxiety and all the worries that we're usually accustomed to because of a wrong identity. If this path resonates with you and you want to know more, there's a free community that I have where you can go deeper into this practice, get involved. And if you feel like you need help with this and want to work a little bit closer with me, then book a one-on-one call with me. In the description, you'll find both links. And that way we can discuss, where do you feel you're at? Where do you feel that you need improvement? And in which parts do you think you need the most help? I'll be glad to go through it with you and see what we can do together if we're a fit to work as a team. So again, I appreciate you getting into this investigation, watching and enjoying this whole meditation. And with gratitude, I say thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.